I'm Mrs. Heisen, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about painting. Now remember, this is tech ed class. I am not an art teacher by any means. So when we're painting our projects in here, we're keeping it at the very basic level. You guys get to choose whatever you would like your project to look like. You are not graded on the painting ability. However, we are grading you on, are you putting nice even coats on? Are you able to, make sure that you cover all of your material? So today I'm just going to show you a couple things that are expected of you when you do use the paint in this classroom. Alright, you'll notice we have a container that has the paint in it. If a paint color runs out, see me and I'll see if we have that again. Again, not our class, so we don't have a huge amount of supplies. You'll also notice that we have two different types of paint trays in here. Okay, this paint tray right here is used if you're just going to be, painting a little bit. This is if you're going to be painting your entire project the same exact color, then you want to use one of these larger paint trays. Alright, we have different size paint brushes that are in here. We have some larger ones and we have some smaller ones. If you're going to be painting your entire project, you're probably going to want to use one of these larger paint brushes so you can cover the most area in the quickest amount of time. If you're going to be doing some detail, that's when you're going to go ahead and use the little ones. Now when we use the paint, you're just simply going to take it, place some of it in a tray. Now again, we don't have a lot of paint, so make sure that you're not wasting it. Okay? Just use a little bit at a time because you can always add more. So I'm just simply going to take my paint, put a little bit inside of the tray. Alright, then I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to go ahead and when I paint, I want to paint with the grain of the wood if at all possible. Alright, now if you have tiny little pieces, it doesn't necessarily matter, but sometimes you might need to have two layers of paint. So I went ahead and I painted this and I need to let it dry a little bit. So I will go ahead and let it dry and then I will put a second layer on if I need it. Now, once I'm done, this is the big thing, clean up. A lot of students don't like to clean up, but nobody's leaving the classroom until everything gets cleaned up. So make sure all the paints are back in the container. Make sure that your brushes get washed out. When you wash them at the sink, run them under water and use your fingers to help clean them. Then grab a paper towel and dry it. If paint color goes on that paper towel, it's not clean enough. Alright? Same thing with our paint trays. You want to make sure that you take this to the sink, rinse it out, and then take a paper towel and dry it out, and then you can place it back in the container. Now when you bring your paintbrushes back to the container, you want to make sure that the bristles are facing up. If we put them down and they dry at an angle like this, they're going to end up breaking. So you need to make sure that cleanup is just as important as making sure that you get your project completely painted. So if you have any other questions, please make sure you ask.